Why did the U.S. become a world power but not Mexico?
It's all a matter of history. I mean, no sé.
No?
Los Estados Unidos siempre han tenido como una postura de expansión.
Sí, sí.
Ajá, son expansionistas.
Sí, oeste, sí.
No es, creo yo que no es una cosa que tenga que ver con la inteligencia. Mucha gente lo relaciona con la inteligencia y la capacidad de trabajar, ¿no? Los mexicanos trabajamos doble de veces lo que trabajan los americanos y tenemos igual la mitad, ¿no? Tiene que ver mucho con cuestiones políticas. Y es eso, ¿no?
¿Es más corrupción en México, se cree?
Corrupción hay en todos lados, sí.
Sí.
El Estado mexicano es mucho más corrupto, pero no tiene que ver con eso, más bien tiene que ver con decisiones históricas, ¿no? Sí.
Sí.
No es fácil, no es una pregunta ni una
sí,
respuesta
claro,
sencilla.
Sí, muy complicado. Why did the United States become a world power and not Mexico?
What?
So the U.S. is a world power.
And not Mexico.
Yeah. Was it poder del mundo?
Yeah, because you fight for them and we don't fight.
What do you mean?
If Americans have power, it's because they fight for the power, and we don't. We're not. We don't like wars. That's all.
You think Mexicans in general or the Mexican government?
Mexican government. And we have another priorities.
I mean, but the Mexican government also sent troops in World War II.
Not in fact, just we just go for help, but not. We don't like to fight. We just help somebody. We have a very good military system. I was, for example, lo voy a decir. Okay. The father of Santiago, it's a military, so I know a little bit about the military from Mexico, and we have a very good military. But we don't want to war. We don't like to fight. We just defend and we just help. And we don't like to force the other person. We're more Mexicans' idea. It's more like be straight inside our families, not inside the rest of the world.
Do you think that that's the case because of Mexico, that's how they think, or because they can't?
Because we don't think of that. We can, because we have a huge territory. We have a lot of natural resource. We have a lot of people. We have more territory than Japan. We have more natural than other countries. We have a lot of people, but we don't like.
But I mean, the Mexican economy is also much weaker than the U.S. Do you think? My point is like, could Mexico even really go to war at the same level as the U.S. if they wanted to?
But you need to, if Mexico wants to be
world
more
power.
More power. First, we need to change the idea of the people. For example, we love more our families or friends than our country, and you Americans don't like. At the 18, you give away your parents and don't want to see you again until holidays or Christmas. But we care more than our families than our country. So we have another priorities. We're more humanities than we think it's better, or it's more important be good with yourself, with your family, with your friends than with your country.
Okay.
So that's why we don't.
And what's his opinion?
Um, México, lo que te comentó Fátima, México tiene mucho territorio, más vasto y más rico que muchas otras potencias mundiales. Alemania, Japón, España, Francia. La economía de México es relativamente buena. El problema aquí es que es la cuestión del gobierno, ¿no? La cuestión de la corrupción, o que no se da una distribución del recurso, buen uso de los recursos.
Entonces, ¿por qué es más corrupción en México que Estados Unidos?
Por la cuestión del sistema, o la cuestión de la misma cultura de la gente.
We started back 500 years ago. When the Spain comes, we start bad because you American conquers, but you don't have conquer. You have colonies of good people, good families from England that are the good people who wants to work for the territory. And here we conquer by the force, that the bad fight all the Spain's prisoners, militaries, so murders. All the bad persons from Spain came here, but for the England and for America, they come the good families who just try to huir del gobierno inglés. Entonces fuimos colonizados por personas diferentes, por sistemas diferentes. La colonia hace 500 años empezó como un hecho violento, rompiendo, haciendo desastre y medio. Y 500, 400 años atrás de ustedes, ellos empezaron a construir, a tratar de hacer las cosas correctamente, poner a Dios de por medio, a Dios primero. Aquí no, aquí fue más
Todo
violento.
fue a la fuerza.
Entonces, 500 años antes empezaron las cosas mal. Entonces, eso han sido 500 años tratando de romper un sistema que es muy, muy distinto.
Okay. Why do you think that the U.S. became a world power and Mexico didn't?
I think perhaps the politics and the ideologies you have, and also I think it has something to do with this guy sociologist Max Weber. He says that the countries with
Protestant ethic, yeah. Max Weber's sociology.
Yeah. He used to have more better developing in economics than Catholics countries, and most of the third world countries are Catholic, and I think it have to do something with the guilt and also the church being like a bit of oppressing, the poor people, instead of encourage them to do stuff, not pray for stuff.
Because they took over our land.
What are you saying?
Why do you think, the U.S. is powerful, right? And then, we lost it. I mean, okay? We're not as powerful as the USA. And I was telling the gentleman, because the USA, they took our land. Right?
Not only that,
They took our land.
they took different.
Well, see, the thing about it too also, let's talk about education. Okay, that's my baby right there, the education. In other words, it doesn't matter where you're at, if you're in the States or if you're in Mexico. If you don't educate yourself, okay, you will not be able to survive in this world. Simple as that. Okay, there's a Mexican saying here that we all have down here. It's like, you see people in poverty, and say, hey, why don't you come and learn the English language, or why don't you, become a better person? Oh, no. Well, I'm poor, and that's the way God wanted it to be. No, God doesn't want that. I mean, I don't talk to God myself, but, think about it, not because I live in poverty, I'm gonna live in poverty the rest of my life. I'm gonna do something, you know. I'm gonna do something about it. And there's a lot of kids, a lot of young people like you. They're doing that. Okay, you know, they're going to study. They're trying to become a better person than they were. Okay, and they're going through a lot of sacrifices. Okay, there's a lot of people down here in Mexico that they have a little part-time job, not well paid though, but they're struggling, and they become good doctors. You know, they become the best attorneys or whatnot. But this is about education, I think.
I think the problem here is a few people things like that.
Right.
They have to
Wake up and smell the coffee.
be prepared.
Right.
Year by year.
You see, like, I mean, this is a little bit different, maybe off the subject. You know, like the 43 students that were assassinated. 43 assassinated over here in Mexico.
That's a couple years ago or last year?
Last year. Okay, I mean, you know, they were killed. They were assassinated.
They were killed by the government because they were confronting the government, and they only wanted to expose their ideas.
And they got killed for that. They got
But
killed for
their
that.
ideas were affecting the politicians.
Right, yeah. And they got killed for that. No, excuse me. Now these kids, these young kids, you know, they were struggling, you know, trying to, you know, educate themselves, and they're not here anymore, and they can't be accounted for. Nobody knows where they're at.
Even nowadays, we can find them.
Right, we can. We don't know where they're at. We don't know where they're at.
They disappear.
They disappeared.